Hello and welcome to this special show on Rajya Sabha Television. I am Vishal Dahiya and here we take a stock of India's battle against COVID-19 pandemic. Now, the process of unlock is underway. In fact, the month of September was unlock 4.0 and in a few days we might get the guidelines for unlock 5.0 as well. The idea here is to go ahead and ensure that we learn to live and fight with the virus simultaneously as well. In this particular direction, one more important step has been taken, and that is guidelines have come in from the government about safe workplace for the industry as to how to ensure that the workplace is safe. Also, the employees working out there, they can stay safe during this particular pandemic, can take care of themselves and also take all the measures to battle the virus. For more on this, we're joined by a distinguished panel of guests. Let me first introduce them to you, beginning with Dr. R.K. Kataria. He is Medical Commissioner, ESIC, with the Ministry of Labour and Employment, the ministry which has formed these guidelines. We also have with us Dr. Puneet Mishra, Professor at the Centre for Community Medicine at AIIMS, New Delhi. And we're also joined by Mr. S.C. Agarwal, Senior Member of the SHM Managing Committee. Let me start with you, Dr. Kataria. And let's start by looking at the highlights of these particular guidelines. What does the guideline say in terms of ensuring safety at workplace for both workers, that is employees, as well as employers in the industries and other workplaces?
Okay. See, till now, we were issuing guidelines for all general public, other establishments. But till now, for industrial workers, employers and employees, no such specific guidelines were there. Since ESI Corporation deals with industries, and today we are serving 3.5 crore card holders. That means you multiply with the family size of 4, we are dealing with around 14 crore beneficiaries who are working in the industries in different establishments, and we are very much concerned about their health during this COVID pandemic. At the same time, we are concerned about the employers also, because they are in establishments and in industries. So protection of employees and employers in industries is a very crucial part.
Okay.
We have prepared these guidelines, very simple guidelines with pictorials, so that the workers who are working in industries, they can understand it. They are very simple, and main focus is what is to be done, what is not to be done during this COVID pandemic, so that the spread of COVID pandemic can be minimized. All these aspects, and what the employees are supposed to do, what employers are supposed to do, all these highlights, they are compiled together, and we are going to release it today. Today, Honorable Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan and our Labour Minister Dr. Santosh Kumar Gangwar, they have released this booklet, and we will pass on this booklet to all the industries where the employers and employees, they will be trained by our own people.
Okay.
We have offices across the country, all states, right? So our people will go there and they will train these employees and employers, and we require cooperation from employers also, so that the dissemination of information is fast.
Okay.
Right? So the prevention of COVID, and now these employees, when they are going home, what precaution they should take, so that the infection does not spread, does not go to their home also. While working there, or while eating, or while using tools, what all precautions are to be taken by these employees, so that the chances of transmission of COVID is minimum.
Okay.
So with all these guidelines, I think it will be a very useful document, and it will be, we will translate it into regional languages also, so that all states, they can understand it easily.
Okay, indeed, this is a very exhaustive document as well, and I've been reading this also. There are two aspects which I'd like to bring you in on Dr. Kataria before I go to Dr. Mishra and Mr. Agarwal as well. That is, this document talks about two types of controls, in terms of battling or ensuring, protection against COVID-19. That is engineering control and administrative control. So for our viewers, if you could just, explain what exactly do you want to convey with these particular steps?
See, you must have seen in many industries, they have canteen. There is a group lunch. All the workers, they are coming together and they are having lunch. So we have requested that not to have lunch there, rather they should have separately at a separate place instead of having lunch together at in a group. Number one. Number two, the food preferably should be taken from home so that the quality and the chances of infections are less. The quality is good, chances of infections are less. The second thing is, you must have seen the tools. One worker is using the tool, then he started some other work activity. The other worker is taking the same tool and using it for his work. So that also we are requesting them to avoid such exchange of tools using other tools. So every worker should have his own tool, right? Administratively also, all meetings, all gatherings, they should not be there in the industries. These people, they should be taught how to work at their workplace, how to carry out their activities so that the COVID infection can be stopped or minimized.
Okay.
Yeah.
So these are the focus areas as far as the protection at workplace is concerned. Let me bring in Mr. Agarwal here. Mr. Agarwal, the document clearly defines the do's and don'ts as far as both employees and employers are concerned, and being part of the industry. These guidelines perhaps now should have better clarity for those who are there on the ground, those workers specifically who have come back to work now, and the wheels of the industry are slowly moving at a faster pace.
First of all, I would say congratulate Government of India, Ministry of Labour, ESIC to formulate such guidelines, which is good for the industry, for the factories, because no such specific guidelines were there. So it has been released today, as Mr. Kataria has told just now. And you see, without specific guidelines, people are not aware of so many things. And you see, once a worker entered in the factory, he should be checked by the whether he is having temperature or not. Thermal checking should be there. Second, his workplace should be sanitized regularly. There should be a board displaying all the guidelines, general guidelines system, like washing your hands, sanitize frequently while doing lunch, and it should be independently done, not in groups. And just as computer, laptop, or any other tools which is used by the worker should be sanitized frequently if he is using others. These are simple guidelines which are in place in this, and workers are to avoid this, when he left the workplace and going to home, he should not carry this COVID-19 infection. So to stop this transmission, when he is leaving, he should be sanitize his hands, and he should wash his hands or clean his clothes by sanitizing. So these are good things, and by doing this, by adopting these guidelines, government is doing the right thing. And through this, because work cannot be stopped, factory cannot be stopped, so in the interest of general public, government is doing the right thing to give this policy guidelines. So I think it is in the interest of the industry.
Okay, let me bring in Dr. Puneet Mishra here from the public health safety point of view. If you look at what the document says, Dr. Mishra, and I'll read out the 5 rules to fight COVID-19 as have been listed here: wearing masks, washing hands frequently, observing respiratory etiquette, maintaining social distance, and ensuring clean and sanitizing workplace frequently. So if you look at these 5 rules, Dr. Mishra, you think that's, you agree with the document, these are the points which need to be considered, or there is something else as well which needs to be ensured at the workplace, both for the safety of workers as well as their family members?
Okay, thank you for asking this question. I think this document which has been released today, it's an important document. See, because there are a lot of industrial workers who work in different industry, and there you will find people who have different. I mean, their educational status, their social status, it's quite different. And the beautiful thing about this document is there are many things which are pictorial, for easy understanding. The rules for preventing the disease, they remain the same. But the issue here is that how you educate people, how you educate masses to adopt all those rules. So I think while looking at, the 5 points which you have pointed out, which you have read out, they are basic points, whether you deal in the industry, whether you deal in the offices, whether you deal in the schools or anywhere. But as I have said, that the most important thing is that the message which you want to communicate the desired audience, how it is communicated, whether they are it's easy for them to understand, where they understand the importance of these messages. So what I say in this booklet which has been released today, that it is given in very easy language. What are the do's? What are the don'ts? And it's for employer, employee, administrative officer. So I think it is a very comprehensive document in a language which most of the industrial workers and their employers, they can understand, and they can follow these guidelines to stop the spread of the disease. We have to start the work. We have to keep our workforce healthy. And these industrial workers, if they remain healthy, they will add to economy, which was affected all over the world because of the ongoing pandemic of COVID. So I think the points which has been raised in this document are very valid point, and in a very easy to understand way. That's my comment on this by having the first look of the book.
Okay, and Dr. Mishra, it also talks about the engineering control or the administrative controls. Basically, those are the points which say how to ensure that these 5 rules can be implemented in the workplace. So, for example, in engineering controls, modification, physical barriers, administrative control, ensuring that you can let go of the office parties or the lunch get-togethers, all these things.
Yes, of course, because the first thing is all people, they should understand what is required, and then it is the responsibility of administrative people and the engineering people to facilitate those things. Like suppose having the different kind of entry points, whether there's no overcrowding, or exit point, or at the dining place, making alternate arrangements, or the workflow, or the flow of workers in such a way by doing certain engineering modifications that there is no overcrowding, and all these rules, all these precautions can be followed up by these workers to effectively prevent the disease. So I think it is the responsibility of everyone, whether they are worker, they are employer, employee, administrative officer, engineering officer, or anyone else who is working there. Because of the collective effort of everyone, we can be successful in increasing our productivity in this difficult time of pandemic, because we have to start our industry, we have to start our work. We cannot keep everything in a locked position for indefinite period of time. So I think everything is important. All the aspect, engineering, administrative, and everything else is equally important to follow these guidelines.
Okay. Okay. Let me bring in Mr. Agarwal here again. Mr. Agarwal, on these 2 aspects, that is, the engineering controls and the administrative controls, or the steps which are being mentioned out here, very important ones. But the point here is that how feasible do you think it is for different industries to go ahead and implement them on the ground? Is it easily, achievable?
Yeah, government should clearly say if any organization which won't implement these rules, then the factory can be closed down, and stern action will be taken against the establishment. So, if the message is loud and clear, I think the employer will strictly implement the rules, and will make a point. They will instruct to admin department or HR department that all these rules should be followed in principle and toto, and so implementation of these rules becomes very necessary in the interest of everyone, whether it is an employer or employee. And lunches are being done together, so that has to be avoided. And things like people are not wearing masks when doing work, so it has to be implemented. Wear mask whenever you move from your seat, or you should wear all the time, because wearing mask is very important, and washing hands regularly is also very important. So 2, 3, keeping social distances, as you told, 5 points, all are basic points and are very important to implement those important points. Otherwise, cases will be there.
Okay.
And state government has to think again to locking the industry or closing the establishment which is not following the rules.
Okay.
So this message should be clearly given to
Okay,
all the.
Definitely, it is in everybody's interest to go ahead and follow all these rules. So let me bring in Dr. Kataria here. Dr. Kataria, on the implementation part, as Mr. Agarwal is pointing out, and in your initial comments, you did mention that your organization is going to conduct awareness programs, training as well across the industry. So that part apart, making them aware and training them. But when it comes to implementation, how does the government or your department plans to ensure or monitor as well that these are followed in toto? Because this is a tough time, and even a slightest of relaxation being given by any individual might cause trouble for several others.
You're right. See, the point is, in each state we have our hospitals, our regional offices, and we have a regulation power also. So if required, we can take any punitive action against the employer also if all these guidelines are not implemented. But we will not start with the punitive action. We will start with the training sensitization part. See, the main issue is change in the behavior. So we have to change the behavior of employees and employers also. Because very casually and so frequently people are coming together, they are shaking hands, they are working together, they are talking, and they are taking lunch together, and when they are going home, they are just going home without taking shower or without any changing clothes, and taking infection from workplace to the home. And those people, parents and children, wife or other people who are at home, who are not exposed, they are exposed by this person, right? So all these are simple things. Washing hands, no grouping, taking lunch separately, not changing their tools, or sanitizing their hands frequently. And see, the responsibility of employer is they should place sanitizers which are not manual operated, auto operated. So you, like in many offices, you must have seen the sanitizer, you just put your hand under the jet, so the sanitizer will come, so you don't have to touch anything. Because more touch is there, the more chances of infections are there. Okay. And we will, place posters in each and every industry. We will issue posters in regional languages also, so that these workers, they are able to understand in their own language. English or Hindi does not work everywhere. So these posters, pamphlets, and we will utilize the electronic media also. TV, or radio and electronic print media also. Our people will go there in industries. They will organize some small training program, sensitization program, so that they can understand the importance of these things.
Okay.
And we will, sensitize the employers also. In case if the employer does not comply with these guidelines, then we have to take some action. There is no other way out.
Okay.
Because our main aim is to control and stop transmission of COVID-19. There is no other way. These are only guidelines which can stop the transmission of COVID.
Okay, so there it is. The main aim is to go ahead and control the spread of COVID-19, and as Dr. Kataria pointed out, the awareness campaign will be conducted, training will be given. The punitive measures are also there, but they will only kick in if at all there are, problems, or if at all there are complaints of both employees or employers not adhering to these guidelines. Let me bring in Dr. Mishra here for the concluding comments. Dr. Mishra, as Dr. Agarwal is also pointing out, ultimately it comes down to bringing that behavioral change in the society, whether we were there during the lockdown period in our homes, adhering to the guidelines, or now more importantly, when in unlock, we have to come out, go to our workplaces, it becomes really important to bring in those behavioral changes.
Yes, of course, they are the mainstay of preventing the disease. We all know that it is one of the most difficult to bring out the behavioral changes, but now it is a time for everyone to learn that these simple steps, these simple behavioral changes, they can stop the spread of the disease. They can keep us healthy. They can keep our family members healthy and keep our economy going. So I think if we take all these precautions till the time we don't have any vaccine or treatment, they are really useful, and they are kind of social vaccine. I mean, the 5 points which you have pointed out in the beginning of the show, whether it is about the hand hygiene, it is about the social distancing, it is about the universal mask use, or cup etiquettes, all of these things, they are very, very important. And I'm quite sure with this document, which is going to be implemented in all the industries, it is going to be a landmark document in our industries for preventing the diseases. And I agree with Dr. Kataria here fully that he will be taking, training sessions and, educating their workers, employers. And as a last resort is the punitive action, because, I don't think for maybe 1% or less people might require punitive action just to take it. But otherwise, I think it is the time that we can motivate our workers, we can motivate our employers to bring these behavioral changes so that we can fight with this epidemic, this pandemic, and we can, on the other hand, we can increase our productivity, because that is very important for the growth of our people, for the growth of our nation. So I think this is the right time, and of course we should bring the behavioral changes. That is the only solution we have for preventing the pandemic at this stage. That is my message here.
Okay, there it is. Thank you so much, Dr. Puneet Mishra, Dr. Kataria, as well as Mr. Agarwal, for sharing your views with our viewers. It sums up the fresh guidelines, recent ones coming in from the Ministry of Labour as far as industry sector is concerned, to ensure safety at workplace. Let me rephrase or go ahead and give you the 5 golden rules once again, and these can be applied not only at the industry workplace, but any other office as well. Wear your mask, wash your hands frequently, ensure that you observe respiratory etiquettes whenever you are in a workplace atmosphere or even at your home. Also maintain social distance adequately, and do not forget to clean and sanitize your workplace. So these are the 5 golden rules, thumb rules, to go ahead and ensure the protection against COVID-19. We'll come back again tomorrow with a different topic. Till then, you keep watching Rajya Sabha Television.